This past weekend should have taught you two things. Number one, TikTok's crash just exposed a huge gap in your content strategy. Number two, YouTube is your safety net. The TikTok ban has sent creators from all over the United States into a frenzy. And the biggest thing that we should learn once again is how to diversify and diversify well. For a lot of people, TikTok is their livelihood. They make a lot of money being a creator on TikTok, and that cannot be your only source. YouTube has to be the end goal because YouTube is where you will have the most longevity. So let's get into some reasons you need to make the switch and how you can make the switch. So number one, why are you seeing a lot of people on TikTok saying, subscribe to my YouTube? Let's keep it up. Like, TikTok is very unpredictable. Number one, obviously it's owned by a Chinese corporation, which means that it's always going to be on the radar of the United States to potentially ban. So even though we may have it back now, who's to say it won't be gone in a year, 2 years, 6 months even? Between the algorithm changes, the bans, it's just not sustainable if this is a income for you. It's literally the same as if you built a new home on quicksand. YouTube is literally the Hermes of social media. Like, this is where you know you've made it. Once you're successful on YouTube, you can be successful anywhere. It's the second largest search engine in the world. Yes, I did not say the United States, the world. This platform nurtures content for years, decades, versus the quick hit that you'll get on TikTok. And then let's get into money. Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, the creativity beta program on TikTok, yeah, you might pay, your car note, you might pay for Starbucks, but if you want to pay for a mortgage, invest, that's YouTube money. That's YouTube AdSense revenue. And of course, there are people that make thousands of dollars on TikTok, but if they took those talents to YouTube, they'd make 10x that. So this is why obviously people are making the hop in the first place. Now, for my people making the hop, the biggest thing that you have to know is that the strategy there will not work on YouTube. The way TikTok content kind of pops off is more so of like, it feels like Russian roulette almost. Like, generally speaking, if you use SEO, that you will get typically hits from search and that it will be curated better and be shown to a better audience on the FYP. But what I find with TikTok is you don't really have longevity in how you make money per post like you do on YouTube. YouTube rewards consistency and depth. So the key way for you to make great money on YouTube is to constantly make searchable and evergreen content. That means in 10 years, someone will still be searching for the video that you created. That's the way that you create really good wealth on this app and just consistent income. For example, people will always be looking for how to start a YouTube channel. So my video about how to start a YouTube channel will always be ranked in search because people are looking for it. So you need to figure out what type of video in your niche can you make that people are always confused about, or people are always going to be searching today, 5 years, 10 years. Another adjustment is obviously going to be getting those watch hours and actually talking for more than 15 to 30 seconds. Typically people on TikTok make quick little hit videos, and you actually have to have something to talk about for at least 8 minutes for people to watch. And it has to be an engaging 8 minutes. It needs to offer value, and that's going to be a really hard thing for people to do who are coming from TikTok. And of course, another thing that's going to be completely different is how you build community on this app. The way that you get comments on TikTok and the way you get comments on YouTube are black and white. So I kind of want to walk now into the actionable steps that you're going to take to do these things. First things first, you're going to utilize shorts like it's nobody's business. You're going to take your best performing TikToks and you're going to post them on shorts. Shorts is going to be a way for you to kind of get introduced to an audience without you having to figure out, okay, I don't know what long form to post first, or posting a long form and you feel like you get crickets because no one knows you just yet. Another good way to make long form content on YouTube, if you've never made long form content, what videos perform for you well on TikTok? So for example, if you're somebody in the fitness and nutrition space and you made a what I eat in a day as someone who gets 170 grams of protein a day, and you showed that video and people were like, oh my gosh, this is such a great video. Maybe a way that you can make this now an 8 to 10 minute video is you showed them, here's what I ate in a week after getting, here's what I ate in a week. And I'm trying to think, what is 170 times like 7? I don't know, my math is terrible. Here's what I ate in a week to get 1,500 grams of protein. Like, ooh, that title is crazy. Like, oh my gosh, this girl got 1,500 grams of protein, making up the number, obviously. Now you have a reason for people to make the jump, which I'm gonna get into as well. Now people can see, okay, let's see if she switches up her food. Does she eat the same thing every day? Does she switch it up, right? You're still offering that same value. We know that it works because it worked on TikTok for for you, now you're just making it into a long form video. So taking those TikToks that work for you and thinking to yourself, how can I make this an 8 to 12 minute video? Another big thing that you're gonna have to realize is that YouTube pays attention to detail. YouTube is all about the details. I typically spend more time in pre-production than I do in actual filming. And what I mean by pre-production is titles, thumbnails, description box, bio, profile pic, all of that matters. I know on TikTok you can just upload a cutesy thing in 5 seconds and post and it goes viral. That will not happen for you over here. You must pay attention to details. You must be in pre-production. So a good rule of thumb is, like, for me, I know, okay, I'm gonna make 3 different sets of thumbnails so that I can run A/B testing. I'm gonna try a few different titles. I'm gonna see which one is SEO ranked higher, or like which one is better. Like, I'm gonna make sure my description box is maxed out with keywords. Like, all of these small details matter. Everything is a package, right? It's almost like, okay, when you go to Walmart and you buy something, right? Y'all either throw the bag away or you save it for something else, but it's an afterthought, right? When you go to Hermes, how many people actually keep the box? Almost everyone. Everybody keeps the Hermes box. That's the same thing with YouTube. It's about packaging. It's about when people click on your channel, how is everything? All of that whole thing matters. Another big thing is you will not succeed if you don't engage with your community members at the beginning. That is so important. If you compare YouTube comments to TikTok comments, you will see a big difference, like night and day. Look at mine, for example. Go to my TikTok page, the Purpose Brand Management TikTok page, look at the comment section, and then come back and look at my YouTube comment section. Big difference. People will pour their hearts out into YouTube comment sections. For example, let's go back to our nutrition example. If somebody got that 1,500 grams of protein video up, right? In the comment section, I guarantee you there's going to be someone like, oh my gosh, this helped me so much. I have been struggling trying to hit my protein goal. I've gained 30 pounds since my last baby and I've just been feeling so ugly. For some reason, people really pour their hearts out on this app. And I think it is, once again, that sense of community. And it's like, imagine someone pouring their heart out, being vulnerable with you, and you don't even respond. And you're just like, oh my gosh, thank you. Because at the video, they're like, at the end of the comment, they're like, oh, but this video really resonated with me. And you're like, thank you. Girl, how out of touch are you? Like, let's make sure we're actually treating this like a two-way conversation. When people typically write me paragraphs on here, I try my best to resonate with them and meet them where they are. And I would be like, oh my gosh, wow, congratulations on your baby. Like, that's amazing. Don't be too hard on yourself. You're a mother and it's gonna take time, And even though that seems like so small, annoying, and nitpicky, that lady is locked in, okay? That lady is she's gonna turn on the bell. That lady is going to be a loyal subscriber. That is something that is a non-negotiable you have to do to succeed on YouTube. So another big piece of advice that I can give is, when you're making a TikTok video from here on out and you want people to get to your YouTube, you're going to give them just enough to make them make the hop. You're gonna make them make the hop. And what do I mean by that? For example, I came out with a YouTube video about a 5-piece framework on how to build titles. So for TikTok, what I would do is I would say, okay, I'm gonna give you 2 pieces of that framework, but if you want all 5 to get the best optimized titles for your YouTube videos, guess what? You gotta subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch. So give people just enough. Lead them on a cliff. If you're a vlogger, if you're a good storyteller, lead them on a cliff. Lead them on the best part of your night where you're giving them a story and tell them, you know what, the rest is on my YouTube channel. And that may seem like cringy or grimy or whatever the case may be, but people will make the hop. And you always have to be promoting the channel in some way, shape, form, or fashion, because it takes people several times to hear about it to make the hop sometimes. So that is something else that I think people need to do in this time while we still have TikTok. Make people hop. Give them a reason. You have to provide them a reason and some value as to, why am I making that hop? Why am I going to your link in bio? What is it? What's in it for me? Everyone is so selfish nowadays. Like, they need to know what's in it for them. So the biggest thing that I just wanted to get on here and let you guys know is that what happened over the weekend is a wake-up call. I hope that shook you to your core and made you say, you know what, it is time for me to hop on YouTube. Do not wait another second. And if you're somebody too who was like, oh, I always wanted to, grow on TikTok and I've been putting up, making a channel, get on TikTok now. We may have 3 months, but guess what? It's easier for you to get an audience on TikTok and potentially get them to hop, and then you still do YouTube as well. You get what I'm saying? Like, take advantage of these opportunities. And it's like, this should have shown you we're not promised certain things, especially when it comes from a foreign country or something. So it's like, take advantage of what you have now. If you want to future-proof your online brand, YouTube must be in the equation, y'all. If you're looking for the quick views, yes, TikTok will help you. But if you're looking to build something that lasts, you must be here. I really hope after this video, this encouraged you guys. If you are only on TikTok or you are only on YouTube, you need to have both right now, guys. I really think there is value in both. I hope you found value. And if you did, or you're going to make the hop from TikTok to YouTube soon, I want you to drop the secret emoji right here in the comment section. And of course, if you need one-on-one services or you need help one-on-one with transitioning from TikTok to YouTube, I have all of my one-on-one services in my description box. I hope you guys found value once again, and I will be back in a few days. Bye.